Hello everyone and welcome to the Alba method. So today I have for you a power flow. We're going to be incorporating the entire body in today's movement session. Remember, I want you to challenge yourself, but we never want to force ourselves into anything that's painful or restraining or something that may cause harm or injury. Today's flow, I want you to challenge yourself, but I'm also going to be offering up some more accessible options to those of you who maybe just be starting out in their practice. For today's flow, you're just going to need your body and your mat, maybe a bottle of water, and when you're ready, I'll meet you there. Okay, we're going to start in a tabletop position. So go ahead and come to all fours, setting up this shape as always with the knees underneath the hips and the hands underneath the shoulders, spreading the fingertips wide, and pulling the low ribs in and up and just feeling some activity through the arms, through the legs. And I want you to find some more energy through your index finger and through the thumb mound of your hands, kind of drawing everything in and up into that midline. Just take a breath. And as you exhale, just settle into this shape, just taking a scan of the body from the crown of the head to the tips of the toes. And gently start to rock your shoulders side to side, starting to create some movement through the wrists. And then we can start to take that into some clockwise circles, continuing to grip the mat with your fingertips, keeping the arms straight and strong, pushing into the ground as you rotate, and then switch directions. Just taking a breath, feeling that movement through the wrists, through the arms, and gently come back to center, flipping the hands so that the fingertips face away from each other, and again, just gently tick-tock those shoulders side to side. Just preparing the body for what's to come next. Good. Go ahead and come back to center. Shake that out. We're going to bring the top of one hand down. And bringing the top of that hand down, I want you to spread the fingertips wide. And your elbow may be bent here. But try pressing through the top of that hand. And we want to try to spin the crease of that elbow forward. And here you can just gently shift back. And your hand may not be turned all the way back. That's okay. We just want to stretch out that wrist. When you're ready, go ahead and shake that out and just switch sides. Again, just prepping the body. We want to be safe and effective here. So pressing through the top of that hand, try to rotate the eye of that elbow forward and then pressing the hips back if you don't feel a stretch. And then shake that out, coming back to center. Again, resetting with the hands underneath the shoulders. Just take a breath in, get strong through the arms. Keeping the toes tucked under, I want you to start to bring your shins off the mat, hovering those shins about 2 inches off the mat, and start to pull the belly in and up, getting nice and strong here. Just take a breath in, feel that core engage, and then you're gently going to release your knees to the mat, and you'll find a cow face pose. So rather than releasing the belly, try to stretch the belly, energetically drawing those heels of the hands towards the knees as you lift the heart. Let the gaze take you up. Good. We'll reset, pulling the low ribs in, find a nice neutral spine, and then start to lift those shins off the mat. Pause here. We're going to start to rotate those heels to one side. So not collapsing in that right shoulder, push into that right hand, get into those obliques, and then coming back through the balls of the feet. You may need to adjust those feet a little bit. Switch sides. So just rotating those hips to the left and coming back to center. The knees want to hover, and then we'll rotate to the right and come back to center. Remember, keeping the gaze slightly forward, keeping the neck long, allowing the hips to be nice and buoyant and the heels to be light. A couple more times each side, keeping those arms straight and strong. Don't forget to breathe, and then when you're ready, come back to center. Gently release the knees and find that cow face pose. Notice the difference. Good. You can find a rounded cat here just to reset. And then when you're ready, coming back to that neutral position. Starting again, shifting the weight into those hands ever so slightly. Start to get light through those knees and pick up those shins. Good. We're going to start to rotate to the right. Once again, here, start to pick up that right foot, extending, grabbing onto that foot, and then coming back to center. Good. Rotating to the left, extending that left heel, and then coming back to center. So we're reaching for the foot, rotating, and come back to center. Good. Nice and slow, just warming the body, hovering those shins again, staying light, getting that core involved. A couple more each side. You got this. Breathe. You can also just stay right here with the hips rotating, gently coming back to center. Go ahead and release those knees And stretch that out. Notice the difference. Just take a breath here. Take a couple rounds of cat and cow. Beautiful work. Walk those hands forward. Walk the knees back. Coming into downward facing dog. Go ahead and shake that out for a moment, pedaling out the heels. And just pausing. Pressing down and forward into the palms. And again, staying light through the heels. Pull the low ribs in. Getting strong through the shoulders, but letting the neck and head just relax down. Start to create some movement through the feet. So just start by lifting and lowering the heels. Pressing through each toe as you lift the heels. And then allowing those heels to press down gently, nothing forced. Keeping those arms strong. Couple more here, just warming up the arches of those feet. Good. On your next inhale, lift the heels, pause here. Start to roll forward to a plank position. Good. Getting strong through the entire body. And then shifting the hips up and back. Melt the heart, melt the forehead. 2 more. Inhale, shifting forward. Good. Shifting back, staying nice and light through those heels. Good. 1 more. Shifting forward. Stay nice and strong through those arms, lifting through the back of the head. The gaze goes slightly forward. And then hips up, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, lift the heels. Exhale, stretch the legs. Beautiful. Start to lift the heels. We're going to come into a side plank here. So start to rotate those heels over to one side as you start to extend that left arm over your left ear. Finding this side plank variation. Keep pushing into that right hand. Good. Lifting the heels as you rotate back, just like we did in that tabletop. Now rotate the heels to the left. Start to press through that left hand. Find this side plank variation. Good. 1 more time. Each side. Rotating through the heels. Lifting through that opposite arm. And then coming back through center. Rotating through the heels. Reach up with that right arm. Coming back to center, shifting the hips up, controlling that release, coming back to your downward facing dog. Take an inhale and let it go. Good, reaching that right leg up. Good, pointing the toes up towards the sky. Good, from here, pull that knee into your chest. Pause here. We're going to find some semicircles with that knee. So start to find just a little outward and in motion with that right knee, working into that right hip, working into that right side core body. Just tick-tocking that knee side to side, controlling that movement, and then reach that right leg up. Using that same action, pulling your knee in towards your chest, step through to a lunge. Pause here. Getting heavy in that front foot, back leg straight and strong. Inhale, come on up to a high lunge, and then we're going to take a twist here. Good, so start to release that left hand to the mat. As you stay heavy in that right hand, reach up through the right. We'll come back to that revolved lunge, staying strong through those legs. Let's do that again. Find that twist, release the left hand, pause. Stay heavy in that front foot as you rotate up, squeezing your left glute. 1 more time. And if you wobble or lose your balance, that's okay. Good. Coming back up, reaching in equal but opposite directions, and then coming up to that high lunge. Pause here. Good. You're going to step on that right foot. Start to draw that left knee into your chest. Just pause. Take a breath. Set your eyes on something still. Let those shoulders relax. Pulling that knee into your chest. Good. Taking an ankle circle or 2 on that left foot. Balancing strong on that right. And then here we'll take this into airplane. So sending those left toes back behind you. Bringing them in line with your hip. And again, if you wobble or fall like me, you get back in. Arms start to reach back behind you. Finding a little up dog through your chest. Stay strong through that right leg. Good. Bringing that left foot to meet the right. Both feet on the ground. Take an inhale. Exhale, just draw hands to heart. Let that settle for a moment. Notice the difference in the body so far. Notice that energy. And then release your hands. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Uttanasana. So good. Take a halfway lift here. And we'll step back to our plank position. Pausing, creating this shape, lifting through the back of the head. Here we come halfway down into that mid-plank. And then we take our first vinyasa of today's session, coming through upward facing dog. Stretch the heart, lift the belly. And exhale, pull back, downward facing dog. Good, take an inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, just melt the heels, pause. Beautiful. Left leg goes up. Point the toes. Reach. And then pulling the knee into the chest. Keep pushing the ground away from you. Start to tick-tock that knee in and out. Controlling the movement. We want to work right into that hip, right into that side core. Good. Here's 4, 3, 2, and finish that last round, pulling the knee into the chest. Send that leg up to the sky. And then using that core body, step through to your lunge. Pause. Getting heavy in that front foot. Set up your lunge. Good. Strong through that left leg. Rise up, high lunge. And then sink into that twist. Reaching in equal but opposite directions. And then we rotate. So back leg is our anchor. Front leg stays nice and heavy. Take your gaze down with you. And then let that gaze take you up into your twist. And your neck can stay down too. That's always an option. Now start to look forward as you reach in equal but opposite directions. Let's do that 2 more times. One side's always going to feel more balanced than the other. Good. And come back to center 1 more time. Good. Coming back to center. Pause here. Good. Coming into that high lunge. And then shifting into that left foot. Pull your right knee into your chest. And if that right foot touches the ground, it's okay. Just pause here, take a breath, relax those shoulders, find your balance. Good, and then we'll shift into that airplane position, taking those right toes back behind you, in line with that hip, taking the arms behind you, finding a little up dog through your chest, shoulder blades onto the back. And then inhale, Tadasana, both feet on the ground, so good. Hands come to heart as you let that settle. Sending the breath into your heels. And then release those hands. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding forward, stretch it out. Just pause here. Feel the difference. Pulling the belly in, staying strong through the legs. Find a halfway lift, a nice neutral position. Step back to your plank. Good. Setting up this transition. Shoulders over wrists. Come halfway down, keeping the gaze forward, and then lifting up and pulling back. Take a pause. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Start to roll into that side plank variation again like we did in the beginning of class, taking that left arm forward. Good. From here, start to pull that left knee and left elbow towards one another. And then take that left foot right to the edge of the mat, preparing for this wild thing variation. Just reach up and back. So beautiful. Coming back through that side plank variation, nice and slow and controlled, rolling to the left, reaching with those right fingertips. And then when you're ready, start to create that wild thing variation. Good, coming back through. When you're ready, pull that elbow to the knee, just reversing the movement, and then coming back through that plank into your downward facing dog. Reach the right leg high. Inhale. Exhale, step through lunge. Good. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, take that twist. Good. Reach down, finding that twist here. And reach back up. Just 1 this time. Let that right arm bring you into that high lunge. And then staying light through that back foot. Grab onto that left knee. Balance. Taking it into that airplane. Pause. Good. Coming back through center, releasing that left foot to meet the right. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Inhale, reach those arms up once again. And exhale, bow over the legs. Good. Take a halfway lift. And step back to your plank. Coming halfway down, taking that vinyasa. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, pull back. Good. Left leg to the sky. Pull that knee into the chest as you step through lunge. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. And take it into that twist as you exhale. Beautiful. Taking it into that twist with the right hand down. Left arm up. And then slowly coming back into that revolve twist. Good. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, pull that knee into your chest. Like I said, you may wobble, you may shake, that's okay. Good, taking it into that airplane. Arms behind, find that little up dog through the chest, belly in. And then Tadasana, reach those arms up.
Hands to heart, let it go. So good. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to your plank. Take your vinyasa. Good. Inhale up. And exhale down. Take a breath in. And let it go. Good. From here, start to lift the heels. You're going to bring your shins back parallel with the ground as you bend your knees, finding this bear shape. And then coming back into downward facing dog. We'll do that a few more times. Just bend the knees, look forward. And then send the hips up, getting that core involved. 2 more. Good. On this last one, you're going to hold. Good. Make those little adjustments, rotating to the right, extending that foot, reach for the toes, and then come back to center. Rotating to the left, extend that left foot, reach. Coming back to center. 1 more time, each side. Connecting it all. Moving with control and with intention, coming back through. Come back into your downward facing dog. Make those adjustments. Take an inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, lower the heels. Inhale, roll to the right into that side plank variation. Taking the left arm forward. Good. Start to lift that foot. Coming into that wild thing variation. Pause, reach. Good. Rotating back to center. Keeping that left leg up. Extend the left leg to the sky. And release to your downward facing dog. Start to rotate to the left, extending that right arm, creating one fluid movement into wild thing. Pause, feel it. Coming back through center, keeping that right leg lifted. This time extend to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, step through to your lunge. Inhale, come up to your high lunge. Legs are strong. And take that twist, following the gaze. Drop into that twist, that low lunge twist. And then we come back up with control. Reach that right arm up. Push off, pull that left knee in. So good, extending into that airplane. Pause here. Bending that right knee, controlling the movement. Come back to your high lunge, adding on, open up to your warrior 2 and pause. Palms are up. Good. Bending into that right knee, pressing through the outer edge of that back foot. Just press palms together. Overhead as you straighten your right leg, press down and forward into that right foot, and then bend the knee, open the arms. 2 more. Squeezing that glute. 1 more, staying strong through those legs, coming in to that warrior 2 shape. Take reverse warrior, pick up your front heel as you come into reverse warrior. And then we rotate all the way down. Pick up that left heel, step back, coming halfway down. Good, lift up, upward facing dog, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog, take a breath in. Let it go. Good, left leg to the sky. Good, step through to your lunge. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, take that twist. Good, release that hand as you twist. And then controlling back up to that revolve twist. Inhale, high lunge. Push off that back foot, right knee pulls in. Take that airplane pose and pause. Good, start to bend that left knee. Control the movement. Inhale, rise up, lunge. Exhale, taking it into that warrior 2. Pause, palms up. Good, straighten the leg, palms touch overhead. And open those arms, hugging shoulder blades onto the back. 2 more. Pressing down and forward into that foot and then lunging into that foot. 1 more. Good. Pause here. Pick up that front heel as you find reverse warrior, reaching up, reaching back. And then we rotate. The whole body moves together as we take that vinyasa. Inhale up. And exhale. Pull back. Take a breath. And let it go. Beautiful work. Just pause. Notice the difference. We flow together one last time. Take an inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, just melt the heels. Pause. Notice the difference. Start to lift the heels as you rotate to the right, extending that left arm. Find that wild thing variation wherever you are. Coming back to center. Pick up that left leg high to the sky. And release to your downward facing dog. Start to rotate, connecting the movement. Taking that into your wild thing, lifting a heart. Coming back through center, staying on the ball of that left foot, right leg to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, step through lunge. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, take that twist. Release to that lunge. Control the movement. Coming back up. And open to warrior two. Gaze is soft, breath is fluid. Inhale, straighten that leg, palms touch. Exhale, palms open. Warrior two, one more. And warrior two, pause. Lift that front heel as you find reverse warrior. Reach up, reach back. Rotate all the way down. Pick up that front heel. Step back. Taking your vinyasa nice and strong. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, release. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Check in. Let it go. Left leg to the sky. Beautiful work. Stay with it. Step through lunge. Connecting that movement. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Good. Reaching for the ground as you twist. And coming back up. Rotating open. And pushing off that back foot. Beautiful. Extending into airplane. Stay strong. And softening through that left knee. Inhale up. Exhale, open. Good. Inhale. Straighten that left leg. Palms touch. Exhale. Palms open. One more. Palms open. Lunge. Pick up that front heel. Reverse warrior. Big inhale. Exhale. Rotate all the way down. Controlling movement halfway down. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. As you exhale, melt the heels. And then gently release your knees to the mat. Sitting your hips to your heels. Roll out those shoulders. And allow the hands to just relax down by your side. Good. From here, we're going to shift forward into the hands. Go ahead and open the feet, open the heels, and taking your hips down between the heels. You can always have a block for this or roll up the mat. We're just going to pause here, pressing through the tops of the feet, bringing the hands to the knees. And just letting that energy settle. Taking a breath in. And just let it go. Just noticing what you feel, all the sensations. Checking in with the body, checking in with the breath. Good. From here, when you're ready, go ahead and just shift onto those hands, and we'll shift onto our bottom. And extending those legs, go ahead and walk out those knees, and find it just a gentle forward fold wherever you are. Stretching into those legs, let your head get nice and relaxed, nice and heavy. Good. You're going to bring the hands behind you. Fingertips are going to point out like we did at the beginning of class. Draw those shoulder blades together. Start to point your toes, bringing the big toe mounds and the inner heels together. Start to lift your hips coming into this reverse plank. Lift the gaze, pressing through the heels of the hands. Squeeze your glutes. And then exhale, release. Shifting over the legs. Good. We'll do that together 2 more times. Moving together. Hands come behind you. Point the toes down as you lift the hips, pulling the belly in. And then release. One long line of energy through that front line. Good. Filling up your backside here. Letting it release. And one more time when you're ready. Hands behind you. Get strong through the arms, strong through the legs. Lift the hips, belly in. And slowly release. Good. Drawing the soles of the feet together, bringing the hands to the shins. Just let yourself fall over the legs, getting nice and wide through the low back. Let the shoulders relax. Good. Go ahead and close those knees. And coming onto your back, take your hands behind your head. And just pause here, pressing down through the center of each heel. Start to close the gap between your low back and the mat. Start to crunch your right elbow towards your left knee, lifting the chest. And then as you hover that right elbow, extend those left toes. Now with a straight leg, crunch back up. Good. Opening the elbow, crunch in. And then extend that leg, crunch up. Good, let's go. Here's 8, 7, start to find some rhythm. 6, controlling that movement. 5, 4, 3, last 2, we got this. And last 1, nice and controlled. And then release that left foot. Take a breath in, release your head, lift the heart. Exhale, other side. Start to close the gap between your low back. Start to lift the heart. Start to draw that right knee in. Toes are pointed. And then we open that elbow as we straighten the leg. Crunch. Good. Again, knee in and crunch. Good. Here's 8. Stay level and heavy through that left foot. Here's 7. Keep your heart lifted. Here's 6. Keep breathing. Let's go. Here's 5. Good. 4, 3, 2. Last 1. Control that movement. Finish it out. And release that right foot to meet the left. Bring your arms down by your sides. Take a breath in. As you exhale, walk those shoulder blades underneath you. Good. Start to hover the hips 2 inches above the mat. You're going to lift that right foot. As you lift the hips, lift the right heel up towards the sky. And then we're going to hover the hips, bring that right foot down. Ground down through that right foot. Lift the left foot. Alternating each side with these bridge lifts. Keep pressing through the back of the head and the backs of the shoulders. Good. Here's 7. 6. Controlling that movement. 5. Good. Here's 4. 3. 2. Last 1. Good. Holding that bridge position. Lift the hips. Press through the back of the head. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly release. Pulling both knees into your chest. Good. Taking that into a happy baby. Grabbing for the outer arches of your feet. Pressing through the heels. Getting heavy through the entire backside. Let everything start to settle. Noticing the differences in your body and your breath. And when you're ready, go ahead and pull those knees into the chest. Cactus in the arms. Dropping your knees to the right. Just pause here. Take a breath into that left side body. And exhale, release. Good, using your core, coming back through center. Taking it over to the left as you gaze right, maybe. Breathing into that right rib cage. On your next inhale, coming back through center. Bringing your arms around your shins, forehead in towards your knees, just sealing in all that energy, all that space. And then finding 1 moment of stillness, just a few breaths here to get heavy and let everything absorb. Let everything just settle. Let everything get heavy and soft for just a moment. Softening between the brow, behind the ears, the jaw, the neck, shoulders, all the way down into the belly, into the hips, down through the legs, into the toes. Just breathe. Again, this energy is always yours to keep. You created it. You get to take it with you. Let it go with you into the rest of your day, into the rest of your week, wherever you are in the world. Go ahead and point your toes. Reach your arms above your head. Take a full body stretch. Take up all that space. And then when you're ready, pull your knees into your chest. You are always welcome to stay in that stillness for as long as you need. Take your time making your way from on your back
to a comfortable seat, just to seal in our practice and our movement together. Sitting with the legs crossed or on your knees, bring your hands together in front of your heart and just gently bow your chin to your chest, bowing to the self first and foremost, always, for showing up, for taking the time, for carving out the space. And then bringing our thumbs right between the brow. Here we find gratitude for whatever it is we're grateful for today, for this space, for our practice, our breath. And in that space, in that gratitude, we bow to all things. Much love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this session. Come back to it whenever you want a power sesh. We'll see you for the next one. Ciao.